Hi, my name is Daniel. This is the feature class challenge in which I'm going to create a new kind of feature for a shape classification independently of their color and size. This new feature will classify all the training data or will train all the data based on its shape. For that, I have created the kind of feature is the ratio or the between the or the difference between the area of each of the data or the object and its bounding box. For example, first I'm going to take well the triangles. I'm going to capture in the camera, and we can see here we have the, in this case, first the triangles captured by the camera. I have created an algorithm in which I obtain the bounding box of each of the figures, and the feature, the kind of feature I'm going to implement is a ratio or a value that is the area, the external area or the area of the bounding box, divided by the interior area or the area of the, in this case, the triangle. And we can see which values we obtain. In this case, we see that it's called feature 4. We see which that the values are 2.08, 1.53, and 1.94. These values are, as I said, the ratio or the external area divided by the internal area. Now I'm going to plug the new. I'm going to put the new figures, in this case the circles. To be captured by the camera. We can see that they are captured, and I have obtained here again a bounding box for each of the data or the figure, and I'm going to do the same. I'm going to calculate the area, the external area divided by the interior area, and that's gonna be the feature. For this second case, we see that we have now 1.26, 1.23, and for the third object 1.23. We can see what's that there is a difference between the first objects that were the triangles, how the value of the feature is changed. For the triangle, we see that the value of the feature is bigger, nearly 2.04, more than 1.5 and 1.9, and for the case of the triangles are less than 1.5 in all cases. And finally, I'm going to take and I'm going to calculate the feature for the square, for the squares. First, I'm going to put here, and we can see now how the squares are captured. I have calculate the bounding box again, and we see how the feature for the square is in all cases almost 1.03, 1.03, 1.05. That's because, as I said, the bounding box in the case of a square is the same square. So the value, the external area divided by the internal area will be approximately 1. And now we can see the plot for the three, for this feature that is the I name it ratios. For the three kind of shapes, we see that for the triangles, for the squares in this case, because the ratio is almost 1. Here are the three circles. The ratio is approximately 1.4, 1.2 in all cases. And here the blue ones are the triangles, in which the ratio is in all cases bigger than 1.5. We can see that this data or this feature is valid for shape classification, because the data are separable, so we can separate the different kind of all the data in three different classes or labels by putting an hyperplane between them. So this feature is valid.